Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Executive Director of Game Developers Conference, Jamil Moladina.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Game Developers Conference 2007. This is a great time for developers, in which all the platforms are coming to GDC with all the information and tools to develop for their systems. If knowledge is power, then the opportunity is here for developers to take control of their creative and financial destiny. With that in mind, this year's keynotes focus directly on empowering developers, reflecting your essential contribution to the game industry ecosystem. Today's keynote speaker is Phil Harrison, president of Sony Computer Entertainment Worldwide Studios. Phil's been in the industry for over 2 decades, and many of you came to know him through his informed management of third-party relations on the PlayStation platforms and games. Now that he sets the global product development strategy for everything PlayStation, Phil embodies the best of both worlds, the understanding and the resources to make development for these platforms a win-win for you. Now he's here to share Sony Computer Entertainment's vision for the future and the creative opportunity this presents for you, the game developer community. Everyone, please welcome Phil back to the GDC stage. Break a leg, man.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GDC 2007. Thank you very much for participating in our little pre-conference entertainment, and congratulations to Team B, stunning victory. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys rock. Yeah, okay. How to alienate half the audience in one go. But anyway, we're here to talk about some of the themes that you've just demonstrated in the pre-conference entertainment, namely audience participation and emergent gameplay. And these are some of the key trends and key topics that I'd like to share with you over the next 30 or 40 minutes. So the title of my speech today, Game 3.0. Now let me put this into a little bit of context for you and try and explain what I mean by Game 3.0 and why it's so relevant to everybody here in this room, the game developers, the creators, the people who will be driving our industry forward. There was a magazine front cover late last year which I thought was a pivotal moment in the internet age, which was where Time magazine said that you were the person of the year, democratizing the internet and putting you in control of your entertainment experiences and allowing you as users to share with an entire universe around you. This, I thought, was a great moment for the internet economy, and this is really what a lot of people refer to when they talk about things like Web 2.0. So Web 2.0 is not a standard. It's not something which is a set of rules. It's not something which is a set of software tools, but it is more of a philosophy. And it was something that Tim O'Reilly established when he first came up with this term. And since then, a lot of people in the Web 2.0 community have helped to define and describe and characterize what some of the Web 2.0 applications really should be built upon. Now, these words don't really mean anything until you actually layer on top of this slide the products and services that we all know. These are the products and services that we use every day in our lives, sharing with others, collaborating with others, and empowering audiences through the internet. So this is what we want to do with Game 3.0, is to start a movement which will start to define what this means for our industry as we take it forward over the next 10 years. Let's go back in time first of all though. Game 1.0. This is the founding fathers of our industry. This is where it all started back in the 1970s. And it was all about the disconnected console. The disconnected console which was powered by the static game disc or cartridge experience. The entirety of the software experience as defined by the developer was contained on that piece of plastic. As we move forward, we came into the Game 2.0 era. Now this is the connected console or PC using the power of the internet for the first time to bring together players from around the world, but still with static game content on the disk. Now the era that we're moving into is Game 3.0. This is all about the connected device, but a connected device empowered by audiences and powered by dynamic content, powered by active communities built on open standards. This is what we're going to show you today, is what at Sony Computer Entertainment we believe are a couple of applications, 2 or 3 applications which best represent this movement. And these are some of the phrases that we have suggested would best characterize Game 3.0. We want the entire game community to add to this and to amend this and to build on this. This is not something that we are trying to claim as a trademark or a copyright. This is our suggestion for how we might define ourselves going forward. It's all about social interaction. It's about content creation empowered inside the game experience. It's about community. It's about collaboration. It's about customization. It's about emergent entertainment powered by the audience at the center of the entertainment experience. So what we'd like to do now is to share with you some of our ideas for how this will come to life in consumers' hands. The first thing I would like to share with you is not a product, but is a service, and it's a service called Home. Home will be launching for PlayStation 3 later this year and runs directly off the PlayStation 3 cross-media bar, as indeed this entire presentation has been. So you can see we've added an additional icon to the PlayStation 3 cross-media bar, simply a home icon. So let's run and launch into the service, and I'm going to introduce to the stage to help me take us on a tour around the home service, Scott Wargerman, the producer for Home. Scott, please come and join us.
Thanks, Phil. Thank you, Phil.
Okay, so we should have some video up behind us. Other machine, please. Let's try that one more time, shall we? Okay. Can we bring up the PlayStation 3, please? Machine 4. This one. Okay, we changed controllers. Thank you very much. Sorry for that. All right, so let's go back here and run on PlayStation 3 the cross-media bar. Here we go. Let's launch straight into Home. So we're launching into the online world, and we can connect to the Home universe, and this will allow us to experience what everybody will get when they land into Home. Now, the first place you will land when you join Home is what we call the Central Lounge. Now, the Central Lounge is a space where you can navigate around freely and easily. The first thing you can do is you can customize your character. You can then walk around and you can bring up the virtual PSP, which allows you to very quickly and easily jump to various features within Home and customize your character by changing the clothing. Now, you will be able to download additional clothing from the PlayStation Store to extend and expand your experience. You will be able to buy additional clothing, and you will also be able to get clothing which is available for you when you buy PlayStation 3 games. The games themselves will unlock content that allow you to have a t-shirt that is specific to your character. Here we have a SingStar t-shirt, or we can have a Heavenly Sword t-shirt once you buy the game. So Home is a 3D community, which is really a 3D social networking service that allows you to express yourself and your personality. You can also customize your face. We can go in and easily edit what we look like within Home, and you can see that we have a great deal of control over all the different aspects of the face using a very simple control of the thumbsticks left and right, and the ability to move our head around using the 6-axis controller as well. move the 6-axis a bit. As we tilt around, there we go. So rather than spend a great deal of time focusing on individual face customization, let's go and look at some presets that we've made already. And you can see that the tremendous variety of face presets that we've made allow users to really customize their look and feel, not just how they look, but their face, their hair, and the accessories that they wear as well. So where can you go in home? Well, look around you. First of all, you can see behind us that we have dynamic advertising being pushed into the space. This allows the latest games or game brands or any brand to be represented inside the home central lounge. As we walk around, you can see that our banner ads really are banners. They are located in the 3D world, as is HD quality video, the ability to have high definition quality video streamed and run inside the 3D space. Obviously advertising, obviously latest games could be shown this way as well. You'll notice that every user around you is communicating. These are other PlayStation 3 users who are communicating with each other using a variety of technologies. We can use quick chat, we can use virtual keyboards, and we can use voice chat. This will allow us to string together big sentences, and we can also use animations. So, Scott, you can show us what we can do here today?
Everything we do in home is as easy and simple to use as possible. So the first thing we can do is we can create simple phrases using the directional pad that lets you ask questions or make statements. The second thing we do is we have a virtual keyboard, and it remembers things that you've entered before, and you just, oop, I meant to say hi there, but anyway.
I don't think Adrian's going to be too happy about that, Scott. Nice one, very good.
And we also support USB keyboards, obviously. And the last thing that we do is we say hi over voice chat. Hi, Adrian. Thanks for joining us online today. How are you doing?
Hi, Scott. Thanks for having me. Do you fancy playing a game in a bit?
Well, I'll meet you in the games room. We're going to continue with the demonstration.
So, as Adrian said, you can play some games. So let's go check out some other places that you get as part of the public spaces within home. The first one of which is a games lounge. So this was invented to create opportunities for social interaction, to allow players in a very low intensity environment to meet, to share, to get to know each other while playing very easy, very simple multiplayer games. And you can see that in this lounge we've got pool tables, we've got arcade machines, and we've got a bowling alley. We've also got video streaming in of the latest, greatest, most highest reviewed PlayStation 2 games you could possibly buy, like God of War 2. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. And then we have our pool table. You can just walk up, you can join in a pool game, you can play pool, it's all physics-based, it works all embedded inside the world. We can also walk over to our bowling alley, and we can go and have a quick frame of bowling. And Scott's going to show us his misspent youth here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Clearly spending far too much time in the office. And then we have these embedded arcade cabinets. Now, the arcade machines are actually user-definable. You can select which games you want to play, and you can download additional arcade games into the space. This keeps you immersed in the world while you're playing. So while you can play this simple little game, while you can play this really simple little game, you can also bring up the virtual PSP, and you can look around the space, all the while maintaining the immersion, maintaining the communication, maintaining the collaboration, being able to chat with other people. So let's look at some of the other spaces that you can get to within home. Let's bring up our virtual PSP again, and let's go into the world map. Now, we've talked about the public spaces. Let's talk about the private spaces. Everybody in home has their own private apartment that they can visit, and they can customize, and they can extend, and they can trick out. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, it's an opportunity for you to invite your friends, your buddy list, onto your friends list, onto and into your apartment. So let's bring our friend Adrian over into our apartment. And while we're doing that, let's go on a little bit of interior decoration and design. So first thing we can do is change the wallpaper. This is a pretty basic apartment, but very quickly and very easily you can change the look and feel of it by tricking it out with new designs. Nice hearts there, Scott. And if you are a if you're a particular fan of a certain game, you could have something like Resistance Fall of Man wallpaper as your chosen wallpaper. And this could become your clan's club room. You could invite your clan back to your space all the time to communicate and to share and to collaborate. You can go and sit on the furniture. You can chat with people that you've invited round to your space. All the communication functionality works anywhere in home. So whenever you see another user, you can have a chat. Now, you can also download additional furniture. The furniture that you can get will either be free or will be premium items or could be linked to particular games as well. So let's bring in a chair. Now, as we move the furniture around, you'll notice that you have a great deal of control over where you put it, and it's also physics-based. So wherever you want to lay it down, you can do so. You can pile all of your furniture in a big pile in the corner if you so wish. But let's customize the space even more. Let's put a picture frame up on the wall. And what we are able to do is to take any content that is yours that's on your PlayStation 3 hard disk drive and display it inside your personal apartment. Anybody who visits your personal apartment will get to see this content streamed to them as well. So here we have a picture frame which we can pin to the wall. Now, that's a great logo, but it's perhaps not the most interesting thing to share in our apartment space here. So let's put in some pictures that we have from our hard disk drive. And here we've got some wonderful slides that we've been showing earlier on. And so here we have the slides, and Scott can point to different parts of the slides. There we go. And he can, yes, of course. Now, I think while that is very interesting and exciting, what we would be better off doing is customizing the experience with some user-created content. So if you will forgive me, I will quickly take your photograph. If we could have the house lights up a little bit, and everybody smile. And anybody who doesn't want to be in this picture, please raise your hand. And then let's take the memory stick out. And we can pop this straight back into our PlayStation 3 here. And you can simply walk up to the picture frame and you can go for the picture that we've just had from our memory stick. Memory stick, up one, there we go.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah. Oh, it's on machine 4. I'm putting it in the wrong machine, that's why. Okay, so we're not going to find it there. Right. So imagine that I've just taken your picture and you've seen it in there. So now I understand what she was telling me from the side of the stage. Okay, so let's go to another apartment. Let's check out an apartment which we have tricked out a little bit more, which shows a more advanced apartment, an apartment that you could extend the available space by buying a bigger location and also getting more and more furniture. And this is the kind of apartment that we think would be the kind of more upscale space. It's multiple levels. It's got a pool table in it as well. You can see behind us. Let's go back and have a quick look at the pool table. You can have these premium items embedded in your space as well. And we can go down onto the outdoor deck and we can have a look at our friends who are having a party on our space as well. Now, music that we play from our PlayStation 3 hard disk drive can be streamed to other users within the space, but also video. So let's position a let's position a Sony Bravia TV inside the apartment as well. Let's add that in there. And we can walk up to the TV and very simply customize the content that we have on our TV. So here we can put the Casino Royale trailer running live on our Bravia TV. We have proximity-based audio, so when you walk up to things, they sound louder as you get closer to them. And of course, being that this is a real physics-based world, we can move the TV around and do what you've always wanted to do, which is to throw a TV down the stairs. Let's give that one more time. Now you can see that just like in the real world, in the virtual world, your Sony Bravia is a very reliable device indeed. And the video continues to run. Now, let's continue the movie theme and go into another area of the world map that every user has access to, and this is the home cinema. So let's go into our movie theater and see some content which is made available from motion picture studios, from TV studios, and also from users themselves. So we'll run into our theater here, and you can see that we have a large foyer. Down there we have a Spider-Man 3 trailer running, but over to the right and to the left we have user selectable spaces where you can go and get the content that you want to watch when you want to watch it. So let's go down and have a look at the Spider-Man 3 trailer a little bit closer. The posters that are embedded within the space would be dynamically pushed by the service to update you with the latest movies and the latest TV or Blu-ray disc content. And you can see the trailer there. And then we can go back up into the personalized space. Now, what we are able to do here is one of two things. We're working with Grouper, a company that was recently brought into the Sony group of companies, who are one of the leading technology providers for user-created content and aggregating content into this 3D space. So we're very pleased to be working with them. And we can also have specific movies or television shows that you can access just by walking in through the door of your choice and getting to check out the latest trailer. You can go in there with your friends, you can chat with your friends, and you can explore what you think about the movie, you can chat about the movie. This is a very great way of building community around media content at the same time. So home is not just about Sony brands and Sony games. It is a much wider network of connected spaces, and we want to give you a sense of what that would look like when we start to add to the home space individual locations dedicated to either game publishers or to game developers or to individual game titles. Now, over time, this will extend beyond the game arena to include non-game brands as well. So you could imagine a location built around a famous coffee company or built around a famous drinks company, clothing company, record company, retailer, magazine. You can get the idea as this would build out. But we would like to give you a little sense of what this looks like for perhaps a multi-brand publisher who has a number of games within their portfolio, and we'll give you a sense of what we're calling the sports lounge, but could be dedicated to many different kinds of games within home. Now, this is very, very simple to build. As game developers, as content creators, you can reuse the content that you're designing for your own games. It's all using Maya. It's really simple to build these 3D spaces, and we will be providing you with the tools and the SDKs to unlock this and to maximize this. Any surface can be tagged as video. You can have surfaces which are powered by HTML pushed from websites, and you can have individual areas dedicated to games. The way you want to design it as game developers is entirely up to you. If you want to build a temple for Kratos in God of War, even though the game is not yet out on a format, that's great. Those are the kind of things that we would hope to see and encourage you to explore your creativity. You can then go into these little sub-rooms and check out mini-games like a driving range, trying out your skills there, or you could go into a three-point shootout if you had a basketball game. All of these things are really simple, really easy, really powerful ways to build community and socialization around your game brands, and we think this is a very powerful way to very cheaply and quickly access new users. The final part of the home experience that we would like to share with you is something called the Hall of Fame, and this is a brand new experience for the PlayStation Network that we're really pleased to share with you today. Now, the Hall of Fame is a place where you can customize your physical environment to represent the trophies that you have been given by achieving certain milestones in PlayStation 3 titles. You decide which trophy you want to position in the premium cabinets, and you can share this with your friends. You can invite your friends into your Hall of Fame. They can see which trophies you've won for which games and how skilled you are. The trophies are 3D. We will make available a very simple SDK for you to convert your in-game assets into trophies. Trophies can animate, they can have behavior. You can also embed in their video, which might be the definitive lap that you did on Gran Turismo, or the moment that you vanquish the final end-of-level boss in God of War. That kind of thing is possible. And then you can also bring up all the other games that you have played and all the trophies that you have been awarded for those games through this very simple trophy browser. This allows you to look at the front cover artwork of all the games in your collection, and you can dive in and you can see the individual trophies allocated to you by those milestones. So we can go in and see here, as example within Home, what some of those trophies might look like. But it's not just about the games that you own, it's about the entire network of games that are available for PlayStation 3. And being able to see what other people have done on their trophies and being able to see all the games that you might be purchasing in future in this ever-extending, ever-expanding network of available space as more and more PlayStation 3 games get added. And I think this gives you a sense of where this might go in the future as hundreds and hundreds of titles are made available. You can check out the cool trophies, and that becomes an incentive for users to go and buy your game as well. So, Scott, thank you very much for that demonstration of Home. Really appreciate you taking us on that tour. Thank you. You can see that, let's go back to our slides that we were looking at just now. And let me just summarize a couple of key points for Home for you.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a unique real-time 3D community for the PlayStation Network. It's avatar-based, rich media, community, communication, and commerce in this elaborate 3D world. It's free to download. It's free to use and launch directly from the cross-media bar, and you can extend the experience through downloadable content. There are public and private spaces for every user and infinitely customizable characters, locations, and accessories. In future, we'll allow you to have pets in your apartment. In future, we'll allow you to have more sophisticated clothing for your user as well. This is all extended through additional downloadable content, a combination of premium items that users will pay for, and free items that will be given into the network by you, game developers, game publishers, and ourselves. It's a very easy platform to create for, both for game and non-game brands to build their communities in this rich 3D world. The large-scale beta trial begins in April, next month. We're already in a private beta right now, and the service is anticipated to launch in the fall of 2007. So that's Home. We really look forward to working with you closely on this to build out this fantastic opportunity. So let's move on now to another game which we believe embodies the Game 3.0 idea and vision. And this is a title called SingStar. Now, SingStar is a product that you're very familiar with. It's sold over 7 million units on PlayStation 2, and on disc has delivered over 200 million songs into people's homes. Now, when we take this to the network, the opportunities for extension and expansion of the experience become very, very compelling indeed. So I'm going to focus not on the singing part of it, you'll be pleased to know, but I'm going to focus on the online part of it. So let's go into the online functionality of SingStar on PlayStation 3, and you can see SingStar Live telling you the latest information about new songs that have been added to the store, or what the weekly contest is available for anybody to enter into, and how many new people have joined the SingStar network for you to meet and chat with. You can go into your My SingStar online profile and you can see where your friends are within SingStar, what songs they're singing, find out what the cool tracks are and how people have commented on your recent performances. You can go into the Sing Store, and the Sing Store allows you to easily identify the songs that you want to download and sing inside the experience. Now, all of this is coming off the server, so I can click on a track and the video preview is being streamed for me from the server. You can say, okay, that's a song that I want to sing, I really like that track, I'm going to add that to my shopping cart, and it's been very simply added to my shopping cart, and when I come back into the world, into the Sing Store, I can continue to add songs to my cart, or I can view the cart and I can download the track. Now you'll notice in the bottom left-hand side that the track is downloading. It's downloading in the background, which is a good feature. So We can also look in my media gallery, which is where my performances as a singer or with my friends inside SingStar can be shared with others. So using an iToy camera or a web camera, I can record the performances that I have made within SingStar, and I can upload those and share those with other people on the PlayStation Network inside SingStar, and have people comment on them, have people rank them and rate them. And this builds a very complex community inside the SingStar experience. And then finally, let's go in and show what some of the customization options look like. The ability to go in and very simply change the wallpaper, the view that you get, the wrapper that you get on the game experience. Now, this will obviously include downloadable wallpapers based around famous bands or singers or record companies, etc., etc. It's coming out for PlayStation 3 in May, June in PAL territories, and later this year in the United States. And we're very much looking forward to working closely with the record industry to expand and extend the number of songs that we will have available for SingStore. So that's SingStar, and let's go back over here and show you another very exciting product. But before we get to that, I would like to just bring up an announcement which is very relevant to the people in this room who are developing for PlayStation 3. We will be sharing later today at 2:30 in room 135 of the North Hall something that we are defining as PlayStation Edge. And this is a set of core tools and technology that have enriched our own first-party titles, and we're going to be sharing those core technologies freely with all PlayStation 3 developers, irrespective of the games that they are making or who they are making those games for. Initially, PlayStation Edge will cover two key areas. The first is something called GCM Replay, which is an industry-leading, powerful RSX profiling tool, allowing developers to get the absolute best out of the PlayStation 3 graphics chip. The second area is to do with SPU processing of geometry, to do with animation, and to do with compression. Highly optimized, very, very high performance technology and libraries running on the cell, totally optimized for the cell, delivering best of breed technology that all developers can take advantage of. Anybody who's interested in PlayStation 3 game development, I would very much encourage you to go along to room 135 at 2:30 this afternoon and check out what that is all about. But of course, this technology and all the information will be shared via our developer support organization immediately following GDC. Next up is another brand new product which we're very pleased to share with you for the first time here at GDC. And this is a game called Little Big Planet. Now, before I introduce the creators behind Little Big Planet, I thought I'd show you some of their previous work. And you may remember a couple of years ago, actually the last time we were here at GDC in San Francisco, a game called Ragdoll Kung Fu. Now, Ragdoll Kung Fu was a title that came from the independent game community. This was written by a very small team, independently, with their own money, with their own creativity, with their own energy and their own passion. And they released this game independently to great critical appeal and great critical acclaim. And we absolutely loved this game, and we were really happy to get a chance to work with the guys behind Ragdoll Kung Fu and take them onto PlayStation 3. And in the last year or so, they've been forming a company, and they've formed a company, and they've also been working on an amazing product for PlayStation 3 that I'm absolutely delighted to share with you for the first time. So please join me in welcoming to the stage two of the founders of Media Molecule, the new company behind Little Big Planet, Mark Healy and Alex Evans. Please join me on the stage.
Hello. Thank you very much, Phil. I'm really excited to be here and show you this. It's awesome. On behalf of the whole team as well at Media Molecule, Mark and I want to introduce you to this awesome game. We're very proud of it. So this is all about creativity. Phil's been talking about Game 3.0, and you're the perfect audience, creative people. We're going to show you two things. Basically, how easy it is in this game to make stuff. Today we'll make a level, and then we'll show you how that integrates into a console experience. This isn't about separate, complicated tools. This is about empowering players to make whatever they want to do. This is our character that you get at the start of the game. We've nicknamed him Sackboy, and then Mark's just moving the controller around, and you can basically emote, act. Using the D-pad, he can control his hands with the analog sticks. He can do whatever he wants. So you may be wondering why there are these objects around, because that's a great way of showing you how easy it is to make a level. So you just open up your inventory. Anyone who's used the cross-media bar can make stuff in this game. Everything is made of real-world materials. So Mark's brought up a simple block shape. He can scale it, size it, place it. It's made of wood, and as soon as he drops it into the game, it makes sense. And you can find objects as you play through levels that we provide or that other users, players have made themselves. This is a cog, and because it's all running under physics completely dynamically, it moves as you'd expect. Cool. So, Mark, I'm going to join you and spend a little bit of time jazzing up this space.
Okay.
Here's my little character I've customized. Hello.
Hi. Hi, how's it going?
Okay, I'll take the orange and I'll leave you to it.
Okay, so I'm going to try to replicate that part of the stage that's there, I think. Just so happens I have a large football.
As I was saying before, everything is made of real-world materials. We call this thing the felt tree, because even though it's a tree, we've made it out of things that you might recognize, beautifully rendered, high-def detail. And one of the coolest things about this game is it's not just about placing objects that you've found and we've given you. You can literally change the look of anything you make, whether you're making a level, whether you're just playing through a game. And I'm going to show you something very cool that we call stickers. So I open up my inventory, and stickers are just images that I could have imported from my hard drive. I could have taken my iToy camera even. This guy's called the King. Place him down, nice and big. There it is in a nice physical way. And there is no limit on how many of these things you can place down into your level. So I'm just going to spend a bit of time and put some of these things down.
I think I accidentally stuck a star to myself there. Never mind. I'm just going to vandalise your king, if you don't mind. Make him look a bit more exciting. Let's give him some nice teeth.
You're
well.
a vandal. It's not fair.
And maybe
Never
a
mind.
rock and roll hand.
It's not just stickers that you can place down. As you can see, Mark has placed some of these little pink star-shaped objects, and they're all running dynamically using our physics engine on the SPU. The cell processor is able to calculate everything pretty much in real time.
Okay, I'm going to make myself a little friend down here with this orange, obviously. Let's put some eyes on him. Give him a nice, friendly smile.
I tell you what, I'll come and give you a hand. So this game can be played on your own, but it's actually really fun when you mess around. We call it communal creativity, and I think this is going to be a big part of Game 3.0. So if you just hold him steady in case he rolls away, kind of just, it's looking pretty good. Oh, and one back there as well. So,
I love my friend. He's nice.
And
Let's take him for a little spin. Oh, I've managed to create a weird little floating star there. Never mind.
come here, Mark, I've got an idea.
Okay.
Since you've stuck some of those on you, just lean forward a bit. There we go. This is the cool part. There we go. One there. One there. Beautiful. Cool.
I feel empowered now with my magical floating stars. Let me just show you some of my advanced gaming skills here.
This is quite hard to do, by the way, so he's been, see what you can do. Get some speed up. Nice. Delicate, delicate thumb control there. So let me give you a hand. Hang on. Oh, 1 second. Keep it up, Mark.
This is, I'm losing it, I'm losing it.
There we go.
Okay, that's cool. So, what if Sony's doing here is using some very simple, creative tools that allow you to make these very tactile and highly interactive environments. Of course, this was just a few minutes of messing around. If you want to sit down and spend a bit more time, you can actually make an entire game level, if you like. And to prove that, we're going to show you one that we made earlier. So Alex, if you'd just like to follow me over here.
Cool. Here we go.
And before we play this, I'd just like to invite our senior producer, Pete Smith, onto the stage. And if I could ask Phil to come and join in, and we'll show you the sort of thing that you can make.
Hello everyone. We're now going to take you through a short level. Okay, so first of all we work out who we are. Phil, if you want to give us a wave.
That's me.
Okay, Phil's the girl. And I'm the guy with the dragon head. So first of all what we're going to show you, the gameplay is based on really simple mechanics. Just running and jumping. So we're just running and jumping, and we're going to collect, on this level we're going to collect some sponge, which is one of the many resources available in the game, what you can build stuff out of later. So straight away you'll see, we're simply just running and jumping left and right, and we're actually moving in and out of the screen. The game's just handling that for us to keep it simple.
I think there should be some audio here actually as well. I don't know if we can
There's always one who lets the team down, and it happens to be
well
me
done,
on
boss.
this particular occasion.
skill.
There we go,
Okay.
and then we come over here.
And when we jump off to the right, you'll see we return back to the natural plane. So we said the mechanics are simple. We've got one other mechanic, which is grabbing. So you can grab each other. Or you can grab objects in the world and interact with them. So Phil's going to pull over this cloth block, and now we can all run over it. So we said the game was about being cooperative, but when you're all trying to collect the resource, it's also about competing. So let's go for it, guys.
Let's have a bit more of the music so we can hear the fantastic
Yeah,
soundtrack.
can we have the audio up a tiny bit? That's great, thank you. Get a bit of the vibe going here, you know. Oh, it's chaos.
Okay, so if the guys can just clear all the blocks for us.
Yeah, we've
got
made a bit of a
map
mess there. Let's have a bit of a tidy up here.
So this is a great example of emergent gameplay. The designers have simply put in an orange and a football. If I can just, I'll use this block.
Just having a bit of a tidy up here. There we go.
And
Come
we've
on,
got a
guys.
bit of a problem. We want to get up onto the right, and we can't get up because it's too high. So we've got the orange, we've got the football, and we're going to try and solve it in different ways. So, Phil, if you want to just do the normal way, run over the orange.
Somebody get that block out of the way, and then I can get the orange over the top.
There we go.
That's it.
Let me give you a hand here.
Don't bring it back.
Rubbish.
You know what, Phil? Why don't you use the block instead? Just push the block over, and we'll go off with that.
I'll use the block. Somebody
Yeah,
bring the
that's
block
not,
over
that's a
for
good
me.
idea. Here you go.
There we go.
There we
Good
go.
work. Right.
Okay,
There
so
we
now,
go.
Alex, do you want to show us the football roll?
So this is a way that you can even do it without a stepping stone. Let me see. This is good if you're playing this challenge on your own, for example. I'm going to use the momentum to just push this. Oh, it's heavy. And then I can jump up, hold on, and it'll pull me up. Good time.
Hey!
And now Mark's going to show us an advanced technique which doesn't always work, called orange vaulting.
Okay. I think it's worth pointing out here actually that there's no scripting or anything like that involved here. This has all been made using the simple tools we showed you earlier on, and it just falls out of the physics basically. So this is actually a technique that I only discovered the other day as well, so forgive me if I don't get it right first time.
There it goes.
Go for it.
Do it again, do it again.
One more time. Let's
Have
try
another
it
go. So we get into playing this game, and then you guys chill. And we'll just
Okay.
play for a while.
I just need to relax a little bit here.
There it goes.
Watch out, Alex, you're about to fall.
Okay, so now you'll see we've got a cog like before. It's a little bit bigger and it's a lot more fun. We're going to just grab on and we're going to hurl ourselves across the broken bridge.
Yes, nice.
Okay, so here you'll see great example of a need to cooperate. Alex has just held down the branch so everybody can jump on,
Off you go, lads.
and in turn we'll weigh it down so you can jump on, Alex.
Thank you.
Okay, so Phil, are you going to... Oh, come on, Phil.
Okay, out of the way. Let's try this.
Okay, so Mark's going to grab the jetpack. Cool, and then if you hold the branch up, we can all just get our own jetpacks. So what you'll see here is that we've got a bit of a problem.
I think Phil's still having trouble down here, actually. Let's give him a bit of a hand.
Come on, Phil.
Come on, take it.
There he goes.
Okay, so I've
Don't
now
worry,
got
I'll discipline him in a moment. Okay, so we've got a bit of a problem here. We've got the portcullis is down and we can't get past. Fortunately, there's a conveniently placed lever above. Let's try putting something heavy on top of it, like one of these shells.
If we cooperate here, we
Too
can
much for
actually
one person.
probably pick this up together. There we go. Come on. Let's.
Heave, Charlie Mouse.
Oh, just enough.
Yeah.
Great. Teamwork.
And we're through.
Well done, guys. If everybody can just stop here, please, because Phil,
Yes.
you know
sorry,
what happens
Pete.
when you don't get that bit right, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've said we can move the hands around to wave, but if we do it more viciously, I'll just position myself. I enjoy this bit, so I'll take my time.
Let me show you how it's done. Let me show you how it's done, Pete.
I've been suitably admonished. Okay, let's move on.
So let's just bring it back to game 3.0. We'll just remind you that those tools we used at the beginning are the tools that we used to make this level. And so one of the things we had to do was support everything being dynamic in the entire world. And this little section has some great lights in here, which are just casting dynamic lighting all over the scene, and players can just add those to the scene wherever they want.
Over we go.
I'll come down and pick you up. Jump on, hang on.
There we go.
Don't be saying you'll come down and pick us up. That was your fault. And push it left. Cool.
There we go.
Yes.
And then we come up again.
Cool.
Over we go.
Now I think here, Mark, you could do a little bit more vandalism, creativity, and maybe put a couple of stickers on there.
Okay, I think I'll place down. What shall I put in here? Let's put my special trademark. One of these.
So even while you're playing the level, you can bring up the tools and start changing and creating the content experience.
Come on, Mark.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
Great, so Mark, do you want to grab the star? So here again is a really simple example of a physics-based puzzle. So for our grand finale, we've got a conveniently placed skateboard and a huge drop. So if everybody grabs onto the skateboard.
I'm scared, I'm going to hang on
Okay.
tight. There we go.
Is everyone ready?
Ready? Let's do it.
Let's just get it moving there, and then I can.
Oh.
Time for a photo.
Smile.
There we go. Let's take a photo. So what you've seen there is a level created with the tools that are embedded in the game, but after you've created that masterpiece, your design, your level, clearly you want to share it with others all around the world. So let's show how that works. So I think after that absolutely magnificent performance, guys, you should take a bow. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Little Big Planet. Alex and Mark from Media Molecule, Pete from Sony Computer Entertainment. Please give them a round of applause. So Little Big Planet will be debuting on the PlayStation Network later this year and on Blu-ray disc early in 2008. So let's go back to our final slide here. So you've seen today that the industry is on the threshold of a new era of creativity, collaboration, communication, commerce, all embedded into the experience to empower entertainment for our users. We think this represents tremendous opportunities for game developers, for game creators, to expand their horizons creatively, technically, and also from a business point of view. It's going to be a very exciting journey ahead of you, ahead of us, and we look forward to making that journey with you. I would like to thank you very much for your attention today and to putting up with a couple of little snafus, but wishing you a fantastic GDC and look forward to catching up with you over the next couple of days. Thank you very much. And if anybody wants to carry on the football game, go for it.